All right, what is up, YouTube? What's up, guys? It has been a minute since we've been together. I got a new tattoo Friday, so Thursday I didn't film because I was going to film on the weekend, and then my tattoo artist was like, "Hey, I got an opening. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do want it." And so, ended up getting a tattoo on Friday, and so then Saturday and Sunday was just chilling. So, which honestly worked out perfectly because I'm starting a new training block this week. Wow, I was burping like crazy. I'm starting a new training block this week, and now this kind of gave me a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of a deload, I guess, for lack of a better term. But we are on to a new training block. So with the new training block, I got about one more week. So I'm gonna go. This is gonna be my kind of my last week of this kind of I don't know what you would call this, like maintenance, a little bit of gain phase, but not really a ton. But maintenance phase kind of going here. But I'm going to be lifting 4 days still, and then I have an optional 5th day, something that I've done that I actually really enjoyed doing, and so I was kind of like, I want to bring it back. So I'll kind of post this on the screen somewhere as we kind of go through this. But today is Monday, and so what today's going to be an upper body day. Tuesday is going to be a lower body day. Wednesday is an off day, Thursday upper body, Friday lower body, and then Saturday is going to be an optional arms day. So it'll either be Saturday or Sunday. My goal is to make it Saturday so that Sunday I can rest and then play basketball, and then then Monday we're back to the upper body. So that way I'm not like fatiguing myself at all when it comes to my lifts and stuff like that. And even then, like Saturday or Sunday, it's not going to be anything super duper crazy. So trying to think here, but yeah, so the main goal right now is I want to get back into some barbell work. I was working with a coach for a little bit when it came to like my training and dieting, but for the most part, like I said, I got my gut figured out. And then for the training, I wasn't really in love with it. So I have a certain way that I like to train, and I found certain ways that I've enjoyed training, and so I kind of want to go back to those roots of kind of what I was doing that I enjoyed. And that's just keeping it pretty simple. So 4 to 5 exercises, and then we kind of get rocking. So let me actually adjust. But so yeah, so that's kind of the that's kind of the plan for the day. So like I said, or let me rephrase this. As we're kind of going into this lift, so what we're doing is my main core exercises. So like today's going to be a bench, tomorrow's going to be a squat, Thursday is going to be, I think we're squatting again. I think we're going just hack squat. And then Friday is going to be an incline day or an overhead press day. My main lifts are going to be heavy. They're going to be heavier focused, kind of in that 3 to 6 rep range. Might hit a couple doubles, but we're just kind of pushing strength. And then each of those will have a back-off set, or we'll do what's called density sets. So I know for a lot of so this is probably, I think, the only day my main lift isn't a density set. And then we even got some, and then my secondary movement, same thing. We're going to we got like, 2 to 3 sets of those. My main lift is probably going to be, a good amount of sets. Secondary is going to be kind of usually about 3 sets is going to follow that. And then everything else after that is what's going to be called a double progression set. And so for the first 3 weeks, it's going to be, usually kind of in the higher end of the rep range. So we're going to go, like today example is going to be 15 to 18 reps. And then, so what a double progression set is you go, let's say for set 1, let's say you got 15, 18 reps, you don't progress the weight until you get 2 sets of 18, right? So if we, let's say like today I'm doing I got machine shoulder press for 15, 18 reps. Let's say I had 18. Great, right? Good. Then that second set I only hit 17. That following week we're staying where we're at. So that's kind of the motto that we're kind of doing here. So I started doing those a little bit ago, and I liked them, and I wanted to get back into them. And then I also enjoy back-off sets. Like today we got 5 sets of bench. We got 3 sets of 5, and then we got 2 sets of 8 to 10. And then we kind of get into our accessory work. So we get into a heavy pull, or I guess our secondary movement, and then we get into kind of our accessory work. And then Monday is going to have a bicep exercise, and then Thursday is going to have a lateral raise. And then Saturday is just going to be purely arms, so that way I can still kind of, the frequency is a little bit higher. Like I said, 4 to 5 exercises. Lower body is going to be a squat, some sort of hip dominant movement for hamstring, and then it's going to be a knee dominant movement for hamstrings. And then kind of if there's anything else that I need to hit. So like I'll probably hit abduction and adduction. So, and then we got a little bit of a warm-up set, some more prep stuff. So we're adding in some jumps this week. And then like today I got core. So I'm going to warm up with some core, get into my bench, and then we kind of go and kind of get it from there. So, but yeah, so that's kind of the plan training wise. And then I'm going to do cardio today, Wednesday, Thursday, and then probably Saturday. Or no, I got Sunday. So I guess I got to hit 3 days of cardio during the week. So whatever those 3 days end up becoming, those are what I hit. And then Sunday's going to be a basketball day. So then I'll hit, obviously hit the core, or hit my cardio on that day. So I'm trying to think. So yeah, so that's kind of the training layout. What I'll do is as we're going into this, these first couple of weeks, what I'll do is my goal is to get each day filmed. So I film right now twice a week. So the goal would be to get today's, and then I'll kind of post the exercises, the sets and reps that I'm doing. And then I'll probably end up doing Friday's lower body lift. And then we'll do next week, we'll probably go Tuesday, Thursday, and then we'll hit a Saturday lift, and then we'll kind of go through there. So, and then dieting, so we got about 8 weeks until baby. So, like I said, this week, so it pretty much gives us 7 weeks to diet down. What I'm going to do, even this week, like I'm trying to hit more. I'm trying to mostly undereat. So really what I'm doing is I'm just taking away a lot of the snacking that I've been doing for the last several weeks. I think maybe the last 4, maybe 5. So we're just going to take away a lot of the snacking. And like today, I ran out of rice, and I wasn't, I made some more, but I'm not really being a stickler with stuff like that. So not really, it's not like an end all be all for me. So, but yeah, goal is to kind of tighten it up a little bit. I'm not going to weigh myself, I don't think, until Sunday or until Monday morning. So it's going to be kind of like my starting weight. But goal is the same thing, 12 to 15,000 steps a day, at least. Like I said, cardio 4 days a week. But yeah, so we're gonna kind of try to tighten this sucker up. We're gonna try to get down in weight. So we're shooting again for that, like kind of that 210 range. So this week is kind of like a buffer week to kind of see where we're at. Like I said, I'll have about 7 weeks. So the goal is to lose about 14-ish pounds during those times, of 2 pounds a week. So kind of a pretty aggressive cut, but that'll take me up until the baby. And then once the baby gets there, it's kind of maintaining it up. So we'll have, we'll probably be pretty much really limiting food-wise. And then if I get a training session in, then we'll kind of increase calories for those days. But really not pressing a ton for that. Just trying to get, again, the goal is to get to 10%. So we'll see where we end up. Regardless if I get to 10% or not, this journey has been an exciting one. So, but yeah, so like I said, this week's kind of a buffer week for me. It's just a week to get me into my new training program, keep my calories. I think the weekly average is like about 26. So my training days, I'm eating a lot more than I am on my non-training days. And then, oh shoot, the sun. So yeah, I'm eating more on my obviously my training days and my non-training days. So, but yeah, so well, that's all I got about the update for the new program. If there's anything else that kind of comes up update-wise, I'll update you guys in the gym while we're kind of lifting. But right now, I'm gonna listen to some tunes and get ready for the gym. So I will see you guys for some bench press. Okay, so we did top set of 2 sets of 5 at 295, and we're gonna go back off set. We're gonna go 245, 8 to 10. Oh shit. All right, we'll go 10 reps, wait about 3 minutes, and then we'll hit set 2, and then we'll go on to chest supported rows. All right, we got set 2 of my 8 to 10. The pump is absolutely setting in. So we got 9 last time. We're shooting for, again, probably 9. I think I could squeeze out a 10th here, but we'll see how much fatigue gets me. So. Shit. All right, I guess it's 8, but no harm. I started adding a lot of volume, so it's to be slightly expected. So I'm gonna catch my breath and then go over to chest supported rows. We got 3 sets, 8 to 12. So see you there. Okay, chest supported row. This is set 1. We're gonna go 8 to 12. We got 3 sets. We got 180 on. So with this, I like to kind of do like a neutral grip with a little bit of supinations to open up a little bit. And then I go hand on the pad, kind of give myself some space so I can get a good stretch. I'm driving my elbow. I just go to about 90 degrees. And then I'm controlling, not super slow, but just making sure I got control on the way back. All right. We're gonna rest about 30 seconds and then go to the right arm. We got last set, going for 12 reps again. I've really so far enjoyed, I've only done 2 lifts, but I've absolutely enjoyed this programming. Kind of focus on the main big movements and kind of rock and roll. So that 5 sets of bench took a lot out of me, and then 3 sets here heavy, absolutely shredding me. So We'll last set here, and then we'll move on to machine shoulder press. Oh my gosh, absolutely blown up right now. Back is feeling freaking juice to the gills. All right, 3 sets done. We got 3 more things, 6 sets total, and then it's time to go home. Okay, we got second set here, machine shoulder press, and first set I got 18, but it absolutely split me into a million pieces. So again, shooting for 18. But we got 15, 18 reps. Second set. God damn. All right. We got 2 more things. Let's finish this stuff up. Go home and shower and contemplate life. All right, guys, thanks again for watching the video. So this is actually the morning after, just with work and everything like that. I didn't really get the, I guess, my final thoughts on the day. So upper body workout was phenomenal. So feels good. I had a really great lift. The pump felt amazing. But, it's kind of nice to get in some barbell work, 4 to 5 exercises, call it a day, get in, get out. So it felt amazing. Food-wise, definitely snacking a little bit more still than I need to, but the plan is, as of right now, this week kind of still hover around kind of maintenance, maybe kind of start getting into a tiny bit of deficit. So I've cut about 100 grams of carbs from, a total of my meals. So what is that, like 300-ish calories? Something like that. So, but had that. So just doing that a little bit, just to kind of get me tightened up a little bit before next week. But then next week is when my actual diet phase is going to start. So weighed in this morning at about 228. So I'm up about 15 pounds, which is a lot more than I expected. But just with travel and everything like that, and kind of being flexible with my diet, it has caused me to gain weight, but I'm still holding on to leanness pretty good. So, but yeah, so, but I appreciate you guys for watching the video. I will keep you guys posted as we go. We'll do a physique check probably Friday before my lift. We'll do a little physique check. So that way you guys can kind of get tuned in with that. So, but yeah, appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. If there's anything you guys want to see particularly, please let me know. Outside of that, I will see you guys in the next video.